every day. Aim high, miss never. Welcome to Mortgage Influence. This podcast is dedicated to bringing you cutting-edge tips to truly influence at a completely higher level. I'm Adam Hires. I help loan officers quickly add multiple six figures to their income. If you're trying to grow your business now with skills your competition doesn't even know exist, have the clarity what to do every single day to win, and run a true business that provides you the income to fund your lifestyle while having the freedom to go on vacations and leave your phone on the nightstand all day long. Head over to hirescoaching.com, smash the consultation button today, and quickly begin your path to having an unfair advantage in your market now. Head over to hirescoaching.com. Today, I'm going to share the number one mistake loan officers, entrepreneurs, sales professionals make when they do videos or presentations, and how it takes away from their influence, even in their messaging. All right, so what could that be? First of all, congratulations for taking the steps to be an influencer in your market, to do things different. Right now, the market is great. It is amazing. It is built for you to succeed. And if you think, oh man, it's not, then maybe you need to hang around folks that think that way, because the exceptional will excel in this market. I promise you that. Do you believe it? So if you don't, then write 3 counter reasons why that is not true. Why it's not true, you cannot grow. So for example, you say, I cannot grow because the market. Then quickly write 3 reasons to that counter. Like, why? How could this not be true? We used to have a term when I ran an Ashley Furniture that says, is it true? Is it really true? What if it wasn't true? So think about that. When we go layers deep of what we could actually do in this market to grow and have the best year yet. You got about 6 months left in this year to grow. Can you do more in this 6 months than you ever done in a year? Well, it's very possible. 100% possible for you out there if you truly believe it, if you have the skill set. You're likely just a roadmap and a skill away from being able to do that. You will have to work on the skill sets required to influence at a different level, have different conversations, to show up differently in the marketplace, to attract rather than try to push. So today I want to share with you, and this is going to be just dialed in so you can start implementing it right away. That's the good news, to implement this right away. And while you're driving maybe down the road, or you're sitting there and you just listen to this podcast, and this is going to be a shorter version, that way you can just take action today. Isn't that exciting? All right, so number one mistake that people make when they go and they do a video, for example. I got this video from one of our clients, and she was going to, the script of it, this is what I'm going to do. Well, I reworked it. What did she start with? And what does most people start with when it comes to videos or presentations? Hi, my name is, hey, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I'm with. That is not influential, and nobody cares. I'm sorry, this is going to hurt maybe. Nobody cares who you are. Nobody cares about you until you give them a reason to care. And that's like me included. When you go to the presentation and you start with, hey, my name is, and I have 3 dogs and 2 cats, and I tell you, I'm a family person, all these things, which sounds really good to introduce yourself. You want to introduce yourself and tell people who you are. There's a time and a place for that, but it's not in the start. You want to get in, and because your number one currency in sales and marketing is focus, and that does not create focus, because it sounds like everything everybody else has said. A lot of people use this as a warm-up. I know it can be tough sometimes. You think, okay, well, I got to warm up to this, and I'm going to talk about something I really know, which is myself, and try to, garner some attention and just get at ease. But allow yourself to come out of the gates and start with a problem statement, something that is counter what they heard, something that they're going to learn from this right out of the gates that maybe is counter. So for example, that's how we started this podcast, right? Is that, you're making what's the number one mistake that you're making out there that's causing you to be less influential, costing you sales. People are going to perk up, right? Now we can, because people have a story loop open. We can introduce ourselves, and the introduction and say a presentation will be somewhere, maybe even in the middle of this, and it could go to call to action. We have a time and a place to do that, but we first need to gain that currency, that focused currency, to be able to introduce ourselves in a way that now I care, now I want to get in conversation with you, now I want to schedule a call, etc. So out of the gates, when you do a presentation or when you do a video, come out of the gates and how can I pulverize this video right out of the bat? How can I create a story loop open right out the bat? This will create focus, currency, and it will also create this just amazing story loop that you can close, and it will be influential. People will listen. People will want to know what you're going to say next. So this is big. Whatever you're saying, don't say, hi, my name is, hey, I'm with ABC Mortgage, all this good jazz. It's not influential. Come out of the gates, and for example, it could be something about, even if it depends on who you're targeting. That's what I'll say too, is make sure that you know who the person you're targeting. Are you targeting realtors in this message, in this video, in this post, or are you targeting clients in this? And they're going to have specifically different messages for each. But how do I pulverize all that? How do I say something that is different? How I have a problem statement off the bat, for example, and how do I create a story loop that will gain the currency of focus off the bat? And then if I want to introduce myself and obviously go to a call to action. Also, here's the last one that I didn't even think about giving you, but I'm going to give you this huge nugget. Wherever you're in, so take your in, you want them to do what? You want them to call to action to do what? You want to follow, you want them to schedule a call with you, what you want them to call you, etc. What is that call to action going to be? And then work yourself up about 3 sentences. And how are you going to dovetail in those last 3 or 4 sentences that calls into the call to action that passes the grunt test, meaning that anybody with a half a brain can understand what they're supposed to do next. And this is not because you have unintelligent borrowers, unintelligent people that you're in network with. They can be the most intelligent people in the world. They can be doctors, lawyers, a scientist, amazing just people out there, but it doesn't matter. Even them, you want it to pass the grunt test. What am I supposed to do next? Can an 8-year-old, 10-year-old say what I'm supposed to do next? They may not understand everything, but can they understand what they're supposed to do next? So start with a problem statement or some kind of pulverizing first sentence. Have a call to action, sometimes even in the middle of a video or a post. And in the end, your call to action, what's those first 3 or 4 lines up from that you can funnel into how that dovetails into the call to action. Go and make those changes today, and in your speeches, in your videos, in your posts, and you'll start seeing a lot better conversions from this. And you'll thank me later. You say, hey, I got you a lot of money. But we go through this on a much deeper level, and even can rework some of your posts like I did for a great client, Beth. And she's able to convert at a higher level in her videos and get people to take the call to action. We do that inside our walls. Go to hirescoaching.com, schedule your 10-minute clarity call today, and we'll talk about how we can help you elevate your business now. We'll see you soon we've got an amazing episode next with a great guest, and continue to listen in, subscribe, and share the podcast with you. Hit us a great review, and let us know. Hit angel@hirescoaching.com. Let us know that you did a review, and we may send you something special as well. We'll see you here soon. Go crush it. Limit to risk equals limited income.